coveting other people's gifts and how that can lead you into dangerous situations. It is really, really important. One thing I'm starting to notice is people are learning that there's such thing as a destiny swap. And I feel like we're all missing. I feel like a lot of us is missing the point as to why we're learning that there is such thing as a destiny swap. Because one, is important to actually protect yourself from it. It's about being aware of it so that you can protect yourself from it. Spirit is not encouraging everybody to be dabbling in destiny swapping. It is actually very dangerous, and I'm going to explain to you why. Bear with me. I'm going somewhere with this, right? When a deep sea diver is about to go deep dive, when a deep sea diver is deep diving and they're going to go very, very deep, how do they do it? They lower themselves gradually. They gradually lower themselves down. Why? Because of the pressure changes. The further down you go, the more, I believe the pressure is higher. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert on diving. I'm going somewhere with this. You're going down gradually because of the pressure, the atmospheric pressure. Like your physical body is accustomed to this atmospheric pressure. And when you go down, the pressure changes. And so you go slowly. You go slowly so that your body can adjust. You always go slow so your body can adjust. And even the other way around. So if you're all the way down at the bottom of that ocean exploring and it's time to come back up, you don't just go zoop. You don't do that, right? You might, maybe you won't, maybe allow yourself to kind of go not in a straight line, but maybe you go in a circle. I think sometimes they'll have like a really long rope that they can hold on to, and you gradually go back up again because of these pressure changes. You don't shoot up and you don't shoot down. You can seriously injure yourself. You can even kill yourself. You can even die. Same thing with airplanes, right? You don't get in an airplane and then it just turns and goes straight up. Even rockets aren't really going straight up. It starts straight and then it takes a curve. Why? Because atmospheric pressure. That's one of the reasons. Maybe there's other reasons. I get like atmospheric pressure. The pressure changes. You go in an airplane, you have all these people in there. You are responsible for their safety. You have all these people in your airplane, and you are as a pilot, you are responsible for their safety, and you are responsible to do it the proper way. You can't just be like, you know what? I'm impatient. I'm tired of doing it this way. I'm just gonna take us straight up, kill everybody, including yourself. And how did this relate to coveting other people's gifts? If I meet somebody I see that they're extremely high vibrational, they're very empathic, they're so insightful, they're wise, they're beautiful, they're shining, right? There's a glow. They have this really high vibration, and I'm like, wow, I want it. I want that. I want that energy for me. I want it. It's mine. Mine. All right? So imagine before I met this person, I've been living this very, very, very low vibrational lifestyle. It's a thing, right? I've been lying all the time, making excuses all the time, being flaky with people, using people, manipulating people, stealing, like literally stealing from people, material things. And so since I'm in this habit of stealing, what am I, right? My low vibrational brain is like, ooh, this person has something I want. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take me some. Take me some of that high vibrational good stuff, right? And so say I do some little ritual and I manage to grab some. I do manage to grab some, right? Now, up to this point, I've been living this super low vibrational life. And then I suck on some energy that's super high, right? I could get disoriented, right? Like what literally physically happens if you were to rise up in the sky too fast or descend too slow? You could get disoriented, you could pass out, you could start bleeding from the ears, maybe your ears pop, your eardrums pop, like all kinds of things. There's going to be a physiological reaction to doing that. and maybe on some, right? So that's one thing that can happen. And there's a multitude of things that happen. This is why we don't covet other people's gifts. Admire them from afar. It's fair if you feel a little bit of jealousy, own it. Own your jealousy. If you know you have a habit of being a little bit jealous sometimes, just own it. And, keep it to yourself. You don't got to project it to nobody. Trust me, she ain't worried about you, right? The person whose vibration is that up there is not worried about your jealousy, I assure you. That's how they got up there. They transmuted that energy. They transmuted all that low vibrational crap behavior that you've been doing. They've been transmuting that. Every time someone like you come into their life, you have a little weird thing, and they know how to transmute. That's why they're up there. You're just taking it. Okay, so where we're going is this. It's like, here's the other part. Oh, right. When you wish for other people's gifts and blessings, when you covet other people's blessings, when you wish for other people's blessings, when you wish for other people's testimony, right? So in order for that person to have that testimony, they had to have passed several tests. Several. And so when I say, in other words, that's what I'm saying, y'all don't know what you're asking for. I'm telling spirit, because what you're thinking, what you're saying out loud, your spirit guys around you hear you. God hears you. I want that gift. Okay, so what you're saying is you want to go through those tests, because that's how they got the gift. We don't just give you the gift, they earned the gift. So what you're saying is you want to take the classes they took. You want to experience the trials and tribulations that they did. That's what you're saying. It's no different from if I meet someone, I think they're amazing and they're a doctor, and maybe I'm a kid and I look up to this person so much, I want to be just like them. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to ask them, hey, how'd you do that? How'd you be a doctor? What school did you go to? I went to Cornell University, blah, 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 right? And so as somebody who may be looking up to them, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to their school. If I'm serious about being like them, then I'm going to go be like them. I'm going to go to Cornell. I want to go to Cornell. What kind of doctor? It's okay to, it's nothing wrong with wanting to be like, it's nothing wrong with having role models. There's a difference between someone being a role model in your life and someone you're seeing as just like energy that I'm going to cover. I'm going to take this person's energy, and it's like, it's almost like thinking that I could steal their medical degree and just go be a doctor. It's like, have you done any surgeries before? Have you saved a life? Do you even know CPR? And how that could be dangerous is, one way that could be dangerous is, imagine you get a job in a hospital, never took school, and somehow you manage to finagle your way into the hospital. And now you're taking patients. What are you doing? With no degree, no school, you just decide, I want to be like this person. Right? What do you think is going to happen? Medical malpractice, maybe? Everybody being pissed at you? Maybe you accidentally give someone the wrong medication or too much of a medication because you out here faking it? Because you want to be like this guy or this person? And you're too impatient to just do the school? Take the test? Do the lessons? Isn't there consequences for that? Right. So stop it. Stop. Be mindful of this internet, right? Always remember that all movements are infiltrated. All movements are infiltrated. Like sometimes some of this information on this internet is literally is tricky, because it's easier to manipulate people with information that's true, right? So they're giving you information that's true, and you're just like, well, since it's true, it should work for me. It's like, it's true that there's such thing as a destiny swap. It doesn't mean you could just do it all willy-nilly with anybody, anytime. And it doesn't mean you should be doing it at all. We're supposed, as healers, hello healers, if you call yourself a healer, you are learning about destiny swapping so that you can protect yourself from it and so that you can protect others from it. You're not learning about it so you can do it. And so, okay, we go back to this person that I met. They're super high vibrational. I'm coveting their energy. And now I find myself dealing with backstabbing. Now I had a car accident. Now I'm in a mental health hospital. Something's going on here. Everything is going wrong. I just lost my home. My partner, I dated somebody who's been lying to me this whole time, and I just found out. I had no idea. What is this chaos? What is this chaos in my life? And the low vibrational people, right, who never took the time to do the gradual, you're thinking low vibrationally, right? So you're probably competitive. You probably blame others for your problems. If you're already in the habit of blaming others for your problems, that's exactly what you're gonna do. Oh, I have all these problems. So your low vibrational thinking is, I took some of this person's energy and now I'm having problems. Ooh, they probably hexed me. No, they didn't. You ask for tests. You can't take a gift. Not really. There's some things that's meant for an advanced class, but you're not ready for the advanced class if you didn't take 101 and 102 first. That's the thing. Y'all want to skip to the advanced classes. Don't, especially when it comes to spirituality. It is your life. It is... it is your life. Okay, now, let me think. So, now you're blaming this person. You think they hexed you. And you learn on the internet, like I said, all this true information meant to steer you wrong, though. You learning on the internet. I'm hearing on the internet this stuff about return to senders. Y'all, what the hell is a return to sender? I never heard of return to sender. And so, this year, one, I never, ever do return to senders. That's a load of crap. It's a load of crap. Why would I need to do a return to sender when there's karma? Karma already exists. There is already a built-in cause and effect. For every cause, there's an opposite and equal effect. There are universal laws already built in here. We have the universal laws. Why do I need to do the return to sender if I know God saw, I know spirit guides saw, I know their spirit guides saw? And as universal law has it, for every cause, there's opposite and equal effect, something like that. I forgot how I was saying. You get what I'm saying? Cause and effect. There was a cause, and then there was effect. It's like me throwing something against the wall and it's smacking me in the face and getting mad. It's essentially what you're doing. So you could be ascending too fast, for one, and then it's short. And so what ends up happening, depending if you have, maybe this person has an addictive personality, so now they're just addicted to that crazy high and coming back and down again. Maybe you're just addicted to getting high off this energy. And you start to forget that this person's a healer and that energy is for healing. This person's a healer, that energy is for healing. That person overcame tremendous trials and tribulations for their vibration to be that high. They're saying more money, more problems. The more success you want, the more tests you got to take. It's like the more degrees you want, the more school you got to take. It's a difference. If you want a master's degree, you got to take this much school. If you want a PhD, you got to do this much school. So this person has a PhD, then I got to do PhD amount of school for me to have a PhD. And even if I don't want to go to school, at the least, I can ask this person for recommendations of books that they read. I can read all the books that they read. Even if I don't want to go to school, maybe I don't want to specifically have a PhD, but I want to learn what they know. How'd you do that? Do you have any books that you can recommend? Why do you think they're banning books? They're banning books and throwing crap on the internet because they know y'all don't read the books anymore. how easy it is for me to tamper with some information by throwing away the book and then putting a meme online, putting an article online. You're not getting all the information, and they doing that intentionally. This internet is you're getting short spurts of information. You're not getting the full. You're not learning. You're not. You know what I'm saying? So it's dangerous. And so, say this person whose energy you're coveting, say that person has experienced surviving attempted murder. Let's get dramatic. I'm getting dramatic because that's the problem. We keep underestimating what people are experiencing, what people are going through, and then we recklessly start asking for it without realizing it. I want that gift. Okay, then you want that experience. You want this gift? Okay, then you need to experience being left out, being left behind, being lied to your face. You want this gift? Then you got to experience everything that I experienced. This energy is for healing. So when you take some of the energy, you know what it's going to do? It's going to encourage you to heal by any means necessary. My energy is really intense. And so just sucking on it, just you might fall back. And if you're not doing healing, if you're not doing your own inner healing work while taking this energy, you might literally just be getting high. Not really going nowhere, quite frankly, and causing some brain damage on the way. I don't know. I have no idea. But again, if this person experienced some kind of, maybe this person survived attempted murder more than once, right? And now you're home wondering why you feel so paranoid. You have no idea. Just because that person is holding it together, you have no idea what they're actually experiencing on the inside. You're assuming because they're cool, calm, and collected on the outside that they're not constantly transmuting something. So I can feel paranoia and then transmute it. I can feel regret and transmute it. I know how to transmute those negative energies easy because I gradually learned how to do it through one experience at a time. Never actually go from 0 to 100. That's dangerous. Don't covet other people's gifts. Oh, and here's the last part. I mean, there's way more I can say, but this last part is really important. So I see this person, I'm like, wow, they have really high vibration, and maybe I'm even have somewhat of an ability to see that they're headed somewhere good in their life. So maybe I have some gifts, right, in spite of me being so low vibrational, because we're born with them. It's up to you to develop the gift, if you want to or not, or just have it. So you gotta actually practice, like anything else. Practice makes perfect. Just because someone was born with a voice to sing, Beyonce was born with a voice to sing, and then she took the classes to develop it. She could have said, oh, I can sing, I don't need no classes, I could just go wing it. And next thing you know, you breaking your vocal cords, you're winded on stage because you didn't learn how to properly, it's like they have certain kind of breath control that allows them to be able to sing and dance for 90 minutes. It's hard. This last part is really important. And so the reason why you wanted that person's energy, or you thought you wanted that person's future, you thought you wanted that person's destiny, has everything to do with how you feel about yours. You're telling Spirit two things. That person's future looks better than mine, and I'm just going to assume my future is terrible because my past is terrible. I'm not even going to look. How do you know that you and this person didn't cross paths? Because Spirit is trying to show you what is possible for you if you were to, if anything, take note from them. Like, what is their discipline like? Right? Guys do this all the time. They see a guy with ripped abs, like, bro, what is your ab routine? Do you see what I'm saying here? You don't just say, You don't get a knife and cut them off and put them on your body. That's a horror movie. That's Dexter, I guess. I've never seen one episode, but you get what I'm saying? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't say, "Oh, I want your abs," and just cut them off them and put them on you. You would have been in a mental health hospital, right? Like, or prison. I don't know. But what do guys say? Whoa, what's your ab routine? How'd you do that? And so you cross paths with that person for a reason. Spirit is showing you what's possible, and if anything, you should ask them how you did that. Because people ask me all the time, how'd you get your energy like? How'd you get your energy like that? How'd you get energy like that? First of all, I never give y'all a real answer because F you, nobody's offering to pay me. And it's like, if I'm gonna answer it, it might as well be in my own way, in my own time, in a vlog post on my page. And so y'all can just click on it. I'll tell you a little bit, but come on. I can't tell you everything. I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't do it. If you want to learn how, I'm a teacher of that, and that's what you pay for. This person, I meet them, I'm like, yo, you're freaking amazing. I've done this. I've met people who I thought was interesting, intriguing, and I say, hey, I find you really intriguing. I'm not asking you on a date or anything. I just would like to chat with you, and like, something about your energy is speaking to me. Can I buy you some coffee? I'm sorry, but this internet has got this younger generation not knowing how to network. They don't know how to network anymore. You know how to just approach people. Nobody knows how to invite people to lunch anymore. That's what we did back in the day. You went to lunch. Hey, you're really great. Can I buy you a beer? Can we chat? That's what you're supposed to do. I've had experience of people hitting me out like, hey, let's hang out. I'm like, okay, well, you're buying. You're buying. You called me. You requested my company. I didn't ask to see you. You asked to see me. Why should it cost me? Because you're low vibrational. You're so used to people giving you crap. Why? Because you're a superstar, because you're pretty. You're used to people just giving you things. I gave you a little bit of attention. You got to pay for the teachings. Oh, yeah, so I might cut that part just to make the video. But yeah, so you're telling when you covet other people's gifts or you try to destiny swap with someone, you actually are saying two things. That person's future looks better than the one I think I'm going to have, and I'm also saying that I assume mine looks bad. What if yours could look like that? What if Spirit is telling you that it's not too late for you to make the changes? What if when I encounter somebody who I feel like is a more experienced healer than me, I am grateful. First thing I feel is gratitude and joy. It's like, oh, I'm so happy to be encountering you. Because first of all, you showing me that yous exist. Visibility, remember, visibility is important, even in life, even in physical, right? Not just on TV, but in real life. And I've met plenty of healers who are more experienced than I am. Plenty of, I don't know what you say, channelers or whatever, more experienced than I am. And that is my attitude. And I'm excited to just be in their energy. And I am intentionally making sure I'm not just over here sucking energy. I will make sure I exchange. And that's part of, maybe that's my part. Maybe that is part of my energy exchange, is the way I like to compliment people out loud. Wow, your energy is really great, right? You have a really nice presence. That's what I do. And I mean that. I'm grateful for being in your energy, and I'm going to give you some of this good energy in return, maybe through the form of a compliment. I crossed this person's path. We did a cute little energy exchange. I didn't steal from them. They didn't steal from me. I get to walk away without karma, and I also get to walk away knowing that that's possible. And so I say to Spirit, well, I'm assuming you're showing me this because this is possible for me, right? And so I say, well, Spirit, what do you want me to do first? What do you want me to do? How do I do this? What's my next step? And if you pay attention and if you listen, that's a song. If you listen, you can hear God's voice. And if you're quiet, you will make the right choice. And the part of quieting your mind happens when you are serious about doing the healing work. Whatever that looks like for you, doing a lot of yoga, working out, meditating, sitting, It's, but also, how are you showing up? It's like, I've met people who meditate and do yoga and do mushrooms and lie and cheat. You're not raising your vibration that way. You're if anything, you're constantly breaking even. And so you got to ask yourself, like, am I willing to make the changes to do this or not? It's in you. I'm encountering this person. This person's reflecting to me that I could be like that one day if I work at it. It's role model. That's what the term role model, right? You can sit, admire your favorite celebrity, and you think this out. I want to be like that, right? So yeah. Oh yeah. So the last part is you're telling also spirit that you don't believe your future could ever be that great. So you're kind of just, it's almost like you're throwing away the experiences that you had that was supposed to help you grow and learn into this amazing being that your spirit guides, your ancestors know that you could be. It's like, me going to school all the way to the PhD program and then cheating. And now I ruined my reputation. I did all that work just to cheat in the end. Why? So in other words, yes, I'm sorry. Like, all those things that happened to you was not your fault. But healing is your responsibility. And so that person's energy is that high because they took responsibility for their pain. They took responsibility for their PTSD, for their trauma, for their regret, for their resentment. They took responsibility. That's why their vibration is so high. And if I were to just try to shoot up to that vibration from a low vibration with no in between, I could literally have some kind of I could have mental breakdowns. I honestly have no idea exactly what happens. I just know your head will spin. Okay, it's similar to descending into the ocean too fast. That person went deeper. When someone's vibration is high, it's because they went deep. Said it again, when a person's vibration is high, it's because they went deep. Y'all want high vibration, but you want to stay on the surface of things. And what ends up happening, you end up pulling yourself apart, right? That's actually what creates a lot of dissociation, dissociative identity disorder. You start to split. You're splitting yourself because you're trying to imagine that you are that person while you're actually this person. You start to split yourself. So you end up with some kind of dissociative identity disorders and and you essentially kind of poo away the better life that you could have, the better future you could have had. Are you beginning to poo away the better future you could have had? Because hell, yours could have been even better than that. Especially when I talk to people younger than me and like they're comparing themselves. I'm like, first of all, you're like 12 years younger than me. Why are we comparing ourselves to each other? We'd never do that. I didn't know what I know now 12 freaking years ago. Why are you doing that? It's like, why would I compare myself to this person who did all this? Like, no. I mean, I feel like if you're going to compare yourself, you compare yourself wrong. I compare myself in I guess, glass half full kind of way. And where I'll say is, if me and this person's paths cross, then I must have it in me. I'm comparing myself in a positive way. I'm positively saying, like, this person is amazing and they're willing to give me the time of day and they're willing to even like exchange a little bit of energy with me. They must see something in me, because I assure you somebody that high vibrational is not going to waste her time on someone like who's someone they don't see it for you. They see it for you. Matter of fact, they do. They're up there, right? They see it for you. You have a hard time seeing it for yourself. You see it on them, They see it for you. That's why they entertain a little bit of energy exchange. They're like, you know, when a celebrity, when a fan stops their favorite celebrity and they want to sing them a song, and they're like, all right, you're doing really great. All right, keep at it. Doesn't that make it? It's like, how many celebrities are celebrities? How many celebrities now had that experience when they were younger? A lot of people don't know Jermaine Dupri was a dancer back in like if you ever watched the Freaks Come Out at Night, the Freaks Come Out at Night, like music video, like he was in music videos back when he was like 10 years old, dancing. A lot of people don't know this. It's like, I think Mos Def was in sitcoms when he was younger. I seen old clips of Lauryn Hill. Like, it's like it put them in the presence of these higher superstars. They're these celebrities who they aspire to be like, and I'm pretty sure they've had those conversations and say, hey, yeah, you're doing a really great job. You know, you got something. You're gonna go somewhere with that. Take the compliment. Take the compliment. Ask them for recommendations. Hey, what books do you read? What classes did you take? That's what you're supposed to ask them when you see someone ask them questions. I've done it. I've just asked. Just ask. Just ask. Ask and you shall receive. Remember? Open up your throat chakra, because that's also part of that part. I mean, like I'm diverting a little bit, but not entirely, right? So part of it is opening your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is a large part of the manifestation process. We trying to manifest without incorporating our throats. You do a little ritual and then you don't say nothing nowhere to nobody ever. If I'm trying to manifest, I do the red Corvette. This is my second and third time shooting this video, but I think I said this in the other one. If I see somebody I've always wanted a red Corvette. I see someone has a red Corvette. I can choose to be jealous and do something messed up like flat his tires. I can choose to do that. Or I can walk up to the person and say, hey, bro, I've always wanted one of these red Corvettes. Can I just put my hand on it for like a sec? Because I'm trying to manifest me one. Right? People who get it. They're like, yeah, bro, do it. I feel like I don't remember if I said this already. Right? So I meet somebody whose vibration is really great, then I want to get into their energy, and then I start paying them compliments. Wow, your energy is really great. I pour into them because I know the energy that they're going to give me is going to help me, like, it's going to help guide me towards my version of that. That's also why you don't want to covet the gifts, because it might not look like that on you. It might not look like that on you. You're, there's plenty of like professional basketball players who supermodel is probably, supermodel. Just because I'm a basketball player doesn't mean my role model can't be a football player. I don't have to want to play football for a football player to be a role model. And I play basketball, you understand? So maybe your high vibration looks different. Maybe your gifts, your strengths are different from theirs. The point is, that person is showing you what's possible. And if you can't, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But so just stop. There's literally nothing. There's no fix for it. It's like if I suck in this person's energy and I start experiencing these trials and tribulations, I experience these. My battery's almost dead. So I experience these trials and tribulations, and my knee-jerk reaction might be, well, that person must have hexed me. It's because you don't understand. You don't understand because you didn't take your time to learn gradually, step by step. Take your time. Develop your gifts. Go within. Know thyself. Know thyself. The name of the game is know thyself. It's the first person you should be wanting to know every detail about is you. Who are you? Why are you? What do you hear? What is your purpose? What do you love? What do you don't love? Who are you? What do you have? What do you don't have? Like, know thyself. Develop thy gift. To thine self be true. Love yourself. Be yourself. Covet yourself. For a little while. Not too much of that, you know. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying. All right. Peace.